Hello and welcome to Ben's Bushcraft, or whatever I decide to call this channel. I have no idea yet. But yeah, we're just heading up to the camp now, and yeah, we'll discuss the idea of the video once we are there. So I'm just heading to the camp now. I was there a few days ago. Got a tarp up, got a fire going. Wasn't the best of days weather-wise, but wasn't too bad. So I may include a few clips from the other day, just of chopping some firewood and getting the fire going. So yeah, look out for that. I thought first of all we'd start with taking a look at some of the gear that I use most of the time I come up here. So I'll just turn the camera around and show you my pack now. So this is the pack that I use most of the time. It's the Savotta Yakari size medium, this one. They do go from a small to a XL. We have the Sama roll mat, waterproof, that we are going to be using today for obvious reasons, seeing as it is a horrible wet and windy February day. So yeah, we're going to get the roll mat opened up, get all the gear out, and have a little talk about it. So we've got all the gear laid out on the mat, so I can now put my knees on there without getting wet. And the first thing I want to talk about is the bag itself. As I mentioned, it's the Savotta, it's the Finnish brand, it says there, and got the name, the Yakari, don't know if that's how you pronounce it, I'm guessing, pack. The reason I like these packs, they are a little bit more expensive, but they are made in the EU, which sort of ensures a bit of quality, rather. They are, I guess it's not, doesn't have the Gore-Tex logo, but it is essentially Gore-Tex lined all the way in there. So they are just a really sturdy, well-made pack that you can really just throw around, and you know, all the clips are very sturdy. If you go on the Savotta Savotta YouTube page, you can see a trail they've made, and the stuff they do with the pack, it just gets thrown around and it just seems to withstand pretty much everything. So yeah, highly rate Savotta. And as you can see, this is a tag I stitched on myself, because a lot of gear I do get is from the Bushcraft store. So you know, there's a lot of good gear from there. It's an English website. I think that's where I got the pack from. I will put a link below to some of the websites that I use most often. Getting on to the axes, I've just brought all of them with me. I have 3 axes. They are all Gränsfors Bruck, which is again a Scandinavian brand, Swedish this time. I've got we have in the middle the small forest axe, the larger Scandinavian forest axe, and the small hand hatchet. Again, these are not cheap, but I think with a lot of this outdoors gear, you get what you pay for, and you know, the quality is second to none. With Gränsfors, you do get a book with each one you buy, and you can see there it says a 20-year guarantee on every one, so that's just something that's a little bit more comforting. This is from the small hatchet, you can see. So that's the card there. So it's just, again, gives you a bit of comfort putting your money in a product of, I think they're about 100 quid each, something like that, £100 each. And just another thing to note, they do have the stamp on each head to show which craftsman has made it, and even in the book, is it on the first, one of the first pages, there we go, you can go and see which craftsman has made your axe. And for me, I think that verifies that, well, if my name was going to be on something, I'd want to do a good job. But one thing I use to protect the wood, the hickory handles, is boiled linseed oil. It just sort of gives it a good coating and helps it to not dry out, and yeah, keeps it slick. For the sheaths, this is reindeer hide, so I use just some regular leather cream, you know, just to keep it sort of drying out. Moving on to another, get these out of the way. Another tool I have is the machete. It's not a full size one, it's a miniature one. This is a Condor, made in, so yeah, Condor, made in El Salvador. This was from the Bushcraft store. This is just, I just like this, to be honest, and it's good for getting firewood if you're in a rush, just chopping things down really quick and straight away. So yeah, and then we have a few little smaller gizmos here. We've got flint and steel. Not gonna lie, don't use that often. When I do have matches or a lighter, I tend to use that. We have this carving knife, if I can try and open it. Curved carving knife, which I use because well, this is something I've made recently. It's a work in progress, but carving, it's all part of the fun. This is I think it's a 4-inch blade. This is from the Bushcraft store. This is their boar knife. Swiss Army knife, can't go wrong, always useful. Another thing with the blades as well, you will need a sharpening stone. This is one I got first of all, but I did get a nicer Grand's Force one. Either will do, it's just I've got a bit of OCD. So yeah, and also just this is something I use for heavier work. Just a couple more things to show. This book, for anyone who's wanting to find out a bit more information about bushcraft, woodcraft, this sort of thing, but doesn't know where to look, this is a great book to start with. Yeah, it's Camping and Woodcraft. It's not a new, well, this is a new edition, but the writing is from yeah, the early 1900s. It's an American author, I believe. If you just look at the contents, it's got a lot of, it's your A to Z of camping and woodcraft. So it's, yeah, this is a great book for anyone who's wanting more information. And just one other brand that I wanted to mention quickly was DD. I've only brought the hammock with me. I have a lot of DD gear. It's a lot of the tarps, the hammock. I have a lot of these bags. They do a lot of great just gear. It's more army orientated, which I think for camping is the way forward. It's often a lot more durable. But yeah, DD are a great brand as well. English made, so yeah. And those are the main things that I wanted to show today. As I say, this channel is going to be mainly focusing on this camp that I've been building over the past few months, stroke year, that needs lots of work. One thing I wanted to focus on was try and get these walls a little up to scratch. I don't know how to dry stone wall, but I'm going to give it a try. There is, if we just go up here, there's something used to be up here, whether it was an old barn or There's a huge pile of stone that is all covered in moss and leaves, but certainly get some good coins, some good square stones out of this pile. Oh, at least it stopped raining. So there she is. So that's pretty much everything I wanted to talk about in this first video. Just give everyone a rough idea of what I was thinking for the channel, and if anyone's got any ideas, any things they'd like to see, any comments, please let me know. I'd like to know what you think. So yeah, thanks for watching. Peace out.